welcome back to Nordic race engines. So I'm still working on this LS here, the 6 liter I told you all about earlier. So far we've got it pretty much put together for the most part. I dressed it up a little bit to take pictures for the customer and show them a few different things here and there. We still have yet to paint the valve covers, and we got a little issue with parts, as pretty much everybody knows, with getting some of the gaskets and stuff. But so far, this is what we got. This is what we're working with. Got the front of the block painted. I'm about to show you how to properly install an oil pump on one of these LSs. Got the cam timed in there. It's just dot to dot. It's nothing crazy. Got all the valve train and everything in there. Had the valve job, everything. Make sure it was sealing properly. Lap the valves in and got them torqued down with the ARP studs. So if y'all don't know, so ARP studs or the speed, I think it's Speedmaster studs for the LSs, they're kind of hard to get, but they're about, I think, $400 if you buy them online. Some places you can get other ones, but meh. So the way I did it on these, you torque heads down in 3 steps, okay? So first I torqued it down to 25 foot-pounds, went through the sequence for pushing the head down properly and evenly as possible. And then I went to 50 pounds torque. And then for the third step, I went to 75 pounds of torque to torque the head down properly. And that's how I do it. And make sure, you know, any ARP stuff that you get, usually you will get this little, this goop right here, that stuff right there in the package. Make sure to use that on the studs because you want as even a torque as you can, and that's the best way to get it. So what we are doing right now is we're setting in the oil pump, and a lot of people actually get this wrong, and they end up smoking the engine because it sends metal through the engine and it eats itself. So basically what I'm going to do right now is show you what I've got so far and show you the proper way of putting this thing together and indexing it properly to the engine. We were just talking about these countersunk ones. They are a Torx head, which is, some people call it a star head or whatever. And it is a T30. Okay? T30. And that's all you use. That's it. All right. So what we got going so far is this is a high volume oil pump. It's not high pressure, it's a high volume oil pump. Customer wanted high volume, so that's what we did. So to properly put this on here, okay, what you do is you take your 4 bolts, you just screw them in. You know, you can screw them down hand tight or whatever. You know, just barely back it off. You get it down to where it touches. All right, touched, back it off, quarter, half turn, whatever. So this is pretty much what we're doing. Back it just hand tight. Okay, it touched, back it off a little bit. Same thing with all 4 of them. That way it's got a good even squish. All right, touched, back it off. So from there, you can get at O'Reilly's, AutoZone, any place like that, you can get these little feeler gauges. I've got 2 or 3 sets of them. These are the ones that I use for this LS engine building right here. I've just got them attached to a magnet because those are the ones I get closest to. So the way I do it is this one here, if you can see that, I've got it wrapped all the way around to this side, okay? This is a 2/1000, or a 2.5 thousandths shim, okay? So that's gonna space it from the case properly right there. And on the bottom, I don't know if y'all can see that, right here, I've got a 2,000 shim, and I've got it all the way across even to the opening over here. That will space the oil pump drive away from the case. This is the case, this is the drive, okay? It will space it off of it. That way you don't get any undue wear. Now I know you'll see a lot of videos where they'll say you need 4 points. One here, one here, one here, and then one down here. This is just a quick, dirty, easy way to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. I've done it 100 times. It works perfectly. I've never had anything come back off of it. So once you get both of these in, you'll go down and you'll torque these to the torque spec that you can probably look up if you would like to. I think they're, I think it's like 25 foot-pounds or something like that, maybe a little less. You torque them down in a sequence, you know, here, 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 and then here. That's the way I do it. It seems to work properly, and I've never had one come back. After you're done with that, you'll pull these shims out, straight out, throw you a little bit of oil in here, and just a little bit right here, a little bit right there, you know, so that way it doesn't start dry. And then you're gonna take your cover, which you're gonna have to take off whenever you first get it. And it'll be on there just like this right here. You'll take that off. Some of them, so the stock ones, I think is a 10 millimeter for these outer bolts, these countersunk ones. So once you've torqued everything down, you know, your outer bolts, your perimeter bolts in the sequence that I just told you, to the proper torque, you pull your shims out, and then you put your case cover back on and torque those down. I think they're 18 foot-pounds or some such like that. And then your pump is set. It's that easy. There's not a lot of much to it, but a lot of people actually mess that up. They just kind of throw it on there and just let it go. That is actually not the proper way to do it. That, the way I did it is not necessarily, you know, the holy crapness proper way to do it, but it is the best way and the quickest way that I've done it, and I've never had one come back yet for oil pump issues or anything like that. But so far, that's what we got right now. I appreciate y'all's time at NORDIC Race Engines here, and see y'all later.
What's going on? So, time with NORDIC Race Engines. He got rest of it put together. Sorry I've been slacking. You guys haven't seen the second video for him of still working on this deal. So, now that it's all together, I figured I'd give you guys a couple little shots of it all together and let Jamie kind of talk on it for a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But let me get you some cool shots of it.
All right, so what we've got here is an LQ9 bottom end, and what the customer ordered was a 5.3 stage 2 truck cam from TSP. It is on their website. It says that you can use the stock torque converter on this cam. It adds, I think it was advertised somewhere around 25 to 40 horse-ish. That's about what he wanted for his little C10, like I told you in the last video. Now, what he has requested is leave all this kind of dirty looking nastiness a little bit, because he either wants to paint it himself or he wants to go with the beater type of look. The intake is a Trailblazer SS. It's off the Trailblazer SS, I'm sorry. That intake, as far as the stock intakes, flow pretty much the best out of all of them. That is something that he wanted. You can generally find them for anywhere between $200 and $500 depending on your location in the United States. These are the headers that he had gotten for his swap. They're actually really good headers. They're made pretty well. All stainless steel, TIG welded. It's got a cool little thing in the back of the collector that I'll show y'all probably at some later date if we have another set, or I'll explain it later because that's some more speed secret type of stuff. His truck is going to be the burgundy type of color that we've got on this Bad Daddy. That's what he requested. And the valve covers and such, they were a blue, so I repainted them the aluminum. That way, well, it's a base aluminum type, kind of like a primer, so he can go back and paint it however he wants later. But it's a stock bore, stock piston size, nothing crazy. These things handle power pretty well, and he's just got a few things here and there done that he needs to get to finish it up. And if y'all want to know any specs or how I built it, you can go back and watch the previous videos and see how you like. Comment if you have a better idea on something, let me know. If you would like to order one, just call 870-623-0012. That is my cell phone number, and we'll work within your budget as best we can. Because, like I said before, I'm retired military. I get paid anyways, so that's why I do these things pretty cheaply. I think the total he spent on this from my side was maybe $3,000. Maybe. I think it's a little bit less than that. But, you know, this is the type of stuff that I like doing. I enjoy doing this. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, like, subscribe, and comment. Any questions, complaints, issues, gripes, whatever. If you want to come at me all sideways, hey, go right ahead. That's not a problem to me because, well, I get paid anyways. See y'all later.